Hi! Welcome to Doc Martin's YouTube channel. We spent the last 3 episodes talking about natural ways of losing weight, caloric restriction or intermittent fasting, and hydration. If you missed those episodes, click here. Today, I wanted to talk to you about one of the more important concepts for health and well-being, and that is breathing. We basically come to life with an inhale and expire approximately 500 million breaths later with an exhale. Proper breathing techniques has been used to help many different types of health-related conditions, such as asthma, anxiety, and even lower back pain. Proper breathing techniques can actually help us reduce stress and lessen the amount of cortisol in our body, which is a hormone which is released under stressful conditions. The next 2 videos is about sharing with you some of my favorite breathing techniques that can improve your health, well-being, and even consciousness. The first video will be more Western in orientation, and the next video will be more Eastern in its approach. So, let's get cracking! There is a saying that goes something like this: one conscious breath in and out is a meditation. That is credited to Eckhart Tolle, the very famous author. What is the difference between conscious and unconscious breathing? The latter makes use of a primitive part of your brain called the medulla oblongata, while conscious breathing takes us to the higher cortical structures which are more evolved. Stimulating the cerebral cortex balances emotions, releases impulses, and this triggers your consciousness to grow from the instinctual to the elevated. Conscious breathing has been shown to not only improve your thoughts, but also your health, from improved sleep, emotional control, and attention spans to reduce blood pressure, anxiety, and stress. Okay, before we talk about breathing techniques, I wanted to talk to you about the physiology of breathing. So, your diaphragm is this large dome-shaped muscle that goes underneath your rib cage and attaches to parts of your lumbar spine all throughout your ribs. So it's kind of like a dome. When you breathe in, the diaphragm moves down and the ribs move up and out, which makes air rush in from the outside into your lungs. And when you exhale, it does the exact opposite. Proper breathing can even help reduce lower back pain as it directly affects the muscles and the spine. So the first breathing technique I wanted to talk to you about was developed by a Russian physiologist called Professor Buteyko. I first came across this when I was looking for natural solutions for my asthma. Buteyko breathing is also termed nasal breathing. The importance of nasal breathing is that it protects the airway by humidifying the air, warming and cleaning it before it enters the lungs. When you stop over-breathing, which is called mouth breathing, and start nostril breathing, which is a short and shallow breath, you can oxygenate your tissues more effectively. This keeps you from excessive oxygen and carbon dioxide consumption. And it also produces nitric oxide. Nitric oxide actually dilates your blood vessels and even your bronchial tubes, which is why it helps for people with asthma. For the Buteyko method, you basically keep your mouth closed, find yourself in a relaxed position, and take shallow, infrequent breaths through your nostril. Now, at the end of the exhalation is a thing they call CP or controlled pause. It's a breath hold at the end of every exhalation until you have the slightest inclination to breathe in. if you have to take a deep breath in after you held your breath for too long. Dr. Buteyko says that a good CP is 30 seconds. A very good CP is 45 seconds, and anything over 60 seconds assures you of freedom from illness. Don't get discouraged if you cannot hold your breath for more than 15 to 20 seconds in the beginning. It takes time to build up to the desired controlled pause. A CP of less than 10 could be indicative of a respiratory problem. An effective way of training your body and your mind to breathe through your nose and not through your mouth is by using a 3M micropore tape at night before you go to bed. What you do is you put a little bit of edible oil, virgin coconut oil or olive oil around your mouth. You put the micropore tape around your mouth so that no air can enter, and you breathe gently through the nose, and then the rest is easy. You just fall asleep. The next technique we will be discussing is called box breathing. This was developed by the Navy SEALs because of its usefulness and helpfulness in triggering relaxation in extremely tense situations. This can be used when you are entering a situation where panic may be triggered, or even while you're in the middle of a very tense situation. Hence, the Navy SEALs reference. It is a way to take control of your body, the opposite of a panic attack, and it can be done anywhere and performed discreetly. You start by sitting upright with your feet flat on the floor and your spine tall and expanded. After slowly exhaling, you slowly inhale through your nose to the count of 4. Your lungs fill with air while you hold your breath for another slow count of 4. Then you exhale through your mouth for 4 more beats. And finally, hold your breath one more time for 4 counts before repeating the process. Box breathing can be used in extremely stressful situations, and it's called deep intentional breathing. Remember that a good reason to begin to start to breathe consciously is that it activates the higher cortical centers of our brain so that we can begin being less instinctual and more evolved. This is Doc Martin saying, every day, in every way, you are getting better and better.